The Walk to End Alzheimer's in Central Georgia happens Saturday, October the 25th. So joining us to talk about the event and how we can get involved is Christy Touchton, manager of the Walk to End Alzheimer's of Central Georgia. Thanks so much for joining us in the studio today. Talk to us a little bit about, what this walk is and kind of the benefit of the walk.
Oh, okay. Well, we're here to raise funds, so that's the main thing, is we want to raise funds for Alzheimer's, because that's what we want to get rid of this disease. So, we're here to raise funds. That's for research, care, and support. So we are one of the largest fundraisers for Alzheimer's research. So, that's the funds go to that. Support services, we are here in the community for caregivers, the person living with the disease, if they need anything from us. We have an 800 number, a website. They can go, lots of things that they can look at on there. And then just public education, just letting everybody know that, that it's out there, and, it's nothing to be embarrassed about, that, that we're here to help. So reach out to us if you need anything.
Yeah, obviously the education piece is really, really important. Everyone should come get educated. Talk to us a little bit about some of the stats that you have to share about, what those numbers look like here in Georgia.
Okay, well, I'll just start with 7 million Americans are living with Alzheimer's right now, and that's in the United States. Here in Georgia, for people for 65 and older, we have 188,300 people that are living with Alzheimer's. And their caregivers, they are the ones that are taking care of these people, and that is 384,000 people that are dealing with this disease here in the state of Georgia.
Yeah, really striking numbers again. It really will benefit you. Just come out, learn more, definitely be a part. I know you talked a little bit about the funds a little bit earlier and how important that is. Talk a little bit more about, how specifically these funds are raised through this walk.
Yeah, sure. So personal donations. If you sign up for the walk, you have a walk page, so you can send that out through Facebook, LinkedIn, so you can fundraise through social media. We also fundraise through team fundraising. So if you have a family that they all want to come out and walk, you can be a team and y'all can come out, walk, raise money that way. Local events, our participants have bake sales, they have car washes, different things like that to raise money, and then corporate sponsorships. We go out to the community and try to get companies involved as well.
Yeah, can you talk a little bit about how it's used too? I know earlier you were saying sometimes for support, but how specifically is that money used?
Yes, of course. So we have a 24/7 helpline that you can call, whether it's 3 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. You'll speak to a live clinician that can help you get through whatever's going on at that moment. And then once that's over with, you'll get a follow-up call from somebody local that's going to make sure that you're doing all right and see if there's anything else that you need. And then research, of course. That's the main thing. We want to get rid of this disease, so the money goes towards research. So, yes.
Yeah, very important there.
Yes.
Now, you guys also have if people are wanting to register for the event that's happening this year, how can they go about registering, and who already is kind of coming out and participating in this?
Oh, okay. So you can go to georgiawalk.org, and Georgia spelled out, and you'll find the Central Georgia Walk. And once you click on that, you can go through the registration process. It's very easy. It's like 4 steps. So you can, and there's not a registration fee, so you can go ahead and just get registered. And if you fundraise, we fundraise throughout the year. We also fundraise through December 31st. So if you just sign up today, you've got till December 31st to you can raise your money. So yeah, just go on the website and get registered.
Yeah, definitely no reason not to sign up. If the money isn't even due up front, you can fundraise through the end of the year.
Exactly.
So why not do that? Get your family involved. Teamwork is really going to make the dream work here.
Exactly.
What is the biggest impact that you hope this year's event will have on the families that are impacted?
Well, bringing everyone out in the community together, it lets these families see that they're not alone, that there's people out there that they can talk to. So it's basically just a big support group. So we can go out and we can meet other people and somebody that might be going through the same situation that you're going through, and you think you're sitting there at home thinking, oh, I'm all alone, but you're not. Yeah. Somebody's out there, and they can, friendships can get started there at the walk as y'all are just walking the path. So yeah, just come out and just enjoy being with everyone and seeing that you are not alone in this.
Yeah, having community is really important.
Yes,
so I know that'll mean a lot to those families who come out.
Yes.
Before we let you go, is there anything else that you want to share or anything else that you think people should know?
Yeah, just come on out to the walk. It's Saturday, October 25th. We'll get started about 9 o'clock registration. We'll have an opening ceremony with our flowers, which is a big impact on people there at the walk. So just come on out, get registered, and come and join us.
Yeah, well, thanks so much. Of course, we have that information up on the screen for you, so you can take a look at it. Again, just one more time, we can't say it enough. It's happening Saturday, October the 25th. It's over on the campus of Middle Georgia State University. Registration is going to start at 9. Of course, for more information about the Saturday event or about the Alzheimer's Association of Central Georgia, you can reach out to Ms. Christie by email at krtouchton@alz.org. You can also call her at that number below. Stay with us in our 8 o'clock hour when we will hear from someone whose personal story they have to share, and also the mission that they want you to know about with this Alzheimer's awareness. Thanks for staying with us. In our 7 o'clock hour, we learned all about the upcoming Walk to End Alzheimer's that's happening on Saturday on the campus of Middle Georgia State University. Right now, we are joined by Sheldon Hudlin, a walk volunteer and the Georgia chapter board member for the Alzheimer's Association. So thanks so much for joining us in studio this morning.
Most welcome. I love to be here.
Of course. Talk to us. Of course, you have a bit of a personal touch when it comes to talking about Alzheimer's. Talk to us about your personal connection.
Absolutely. So, about 2015-ish, my mom started, repeating herself on the phone, started making up different stories, and we knew something was wrong, but we really didn't know what was going on. And she eventually got diagnosed with dementia. And at that point, it scared me because one, I'm a mama's boy, and two, we're dealing with something that I don't understand. So we dug in deeper, and I started getting involved with the walk, and then I ended up becoming a committee member of the walk and everything like this. And my mom passed in 2018. And for me, I don't like bullies, and I really feel like this disease was a bully. It took my mom, took the greatest generation alive, and took all of that stuff from me, but it didn't steal my memories. So I said from that point forward, I don't want anybody to feel like I felt, so I was gonna fight in her honor.
Yeah, you also are obviously representing your mom today. For all those who might be able to see, he has this beautiful jacket on right now to honor his mother and for Alzheimer's awareness. It is gorgeous. So rest in peace to your mother. I know losing a parent is very hard. Talk to us a little bit about, what suggestions or advice you have for people who might have a family member impacted by this or who may be going through this themselves.
Absolutely. The first thing I would say was to educate yourself early. Learn about what's the 10 warning signs. Be close enough to that person to tell them the truth. There's going to be some stuff that's age related, but there's going to absolutely be stuff that's maybe disease related, and you want to identify those things early. Communicate with love and patience. If they're going through it, guess what? Everything you say has to be in love, and you got to be patient with them because their days and moments are just that, their days and moments. History is not a factor and future is not a factor. You have to live in that moment. I would also say focus on the moments of joy. Pull out photo albums, have fun. Me and my mom, she loves to dance. So before she passed, we danced the night away. She wanted her nails done. I went and painted her nails. Just whatever's gonna put the smile on their face for that moment, that's what you do.
Yeah, very good advice there. How do you feel that community events like this kind of really help advance the research and just the mission of ending that bully, kind of like you said?
Well, I think because this disease is more so something that people want to tuck away in the closet because when my mom was first getting diagnosed, she didn't want to realize the diagnosis because, they equate it with being crazy. It's absolutely not crazy. So I would say this type of walk or any kind of event when you see all those people in purple and you see all those people holding those promised flowers and they're getting out there and they're excited, you feel like you're on one accord. That means you're not alone.
Yeah.
So I think that this really spreads a message saying, hey, you know what? We see you and we're here to help.
Yeah, definitely. Tell us about this new app that people can take advantage of.
Oh, absolutely. So it's called My ALZ Journey, and it's on the App Store and also Apple Play or Apple Store or Google Play or just whatever it is. I'm Gen X, so all those little fancy doodads or whatever. But this app is awesome. So it actually walks alongside you during your journey. You can get on this app as a caregiver, and you can get on the app as a family member or just somebody out of curiosity or a person with the disease. And it's going to walk you through step by step. There's different things. When you get on, you're going to put your personal information, not too deep, but just so the app can really recognize what resources you need, because there are a lot of resources on this app. Outside of just the 1-800 number and the alz.org, this will give you an opportunity to get educational materials. Again, learning is key. And the more you know, the more you'll be able to deal with it, and patience always.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for all of your knowledge. Is there anything else that you want to share with us before we let you go?
Absolutely. One thing, again, just to touch on what was said a little earlier, definitely come to the walk. We want to say that, but again, a couple of things: you're not alone. If you have this disease, we're here to fight with you and for you on those days you can't fight. Celebrate small wins. Take care of the caregiver. Caregiver burnout is absolutely a real thing. So guess what? Don your mask before you can put your mask on somebody else. Do that. And the last thing, mindset. The people with Alzheimer's are not giving you a hard time. They're having a hard time. So now let's fight for them and be that rock that they need, and be that resource and that smile and that comfort that they're going to be looking for.
Yeah, very good takeaways there. Thank you so much. We're going to pop up that information for you on the screen one more time if you're interested in coming out to the walk, because why not come? It's happening Saturday, October the 25th. It's happening over on the campus of Middle Georgia State University. Registration to the walk starts at 9.